So we've seen with the leaf example how you can use a scalar state node to texture individual hairs. We can also use that same technique for texturing the spline hair. And the spline hair is really great for doing long flowing hair because you have the source curves you can use to animate the hair very precisely. But one of the shortcomings of hair from splines is that there's no source mesh to derive UV info from. And along with that, you often want to texture spline hair along its full length, not just create one hair color for the hair along the whole length. So the scalar state node comes in handy again to basically texture spline hair and create a UV coordinate system across the spline hair. So we can quickly go into render tree, and basically we can get the same kind of nodes as we did with the leaf example. And so I got two scalar state nodes, and we're going to get a scalar to vector node. And let's just pump those into the input X, input Y. And what we want to do is the first one we're going to set to spline hair interpolant. So that creates a coordinate 0 to 1 along the width of the hair. And the second one we're going to set to lengthwise hair. So then we get a 0 to 1 along the full length of the hair curve. So basically we're creating a projection across the curved surfaces. And what I'm going to do is go to texture generator gradient and get a gradient node. That, don't know why that appeared over there, but and this gradient's a bit different because it allows us to put a coordinate system into it, whereas nodes texture gradient doesn't. Oh. So quickly I'm going to plug that into ambient and diffuse all the three inputs. So then if we draw a region, what we should see is our gradient applied across the hair length. So you can get the idea there. You can really quickly use some of the presets or whatnot and customize the gradient look as you want. I won't fuss around too much since you probably get the idea. But the gradient's a really great way to texture the spline hair quickly. If you want to go with an image-based approach, what you can do is get the image lookup node and then put that into the coordinate and then drive that into the hair render there. So we don't really need that guy there. And this way, it probably gives you a better idea of what's happening, how we're mapping the image across the hair surface. I can use an image map that's been created to create a little more realistic look. So, yeah, that's more or less the way to create texturing for spline hair.